Hey guys, welcome back. I'm excited to air my second video, which is a Europe series that I'm starting. It's Georgia, the country, which is close to Azerbaijan, Armenia, Russia, so it's like the Eurasia-ish area. This travel came at a really special place for me because I had just done a lot of really hard emotional travel throughout the Balkans, Serbia and Bosnia, and learned a lot about the genocide there, and it just took an emotional toll, so I had to go back to London to recover for a little while. So then I ended up doing this as my first travel after that really emotional travel. And so I was really scared to do this, and I did it anyway, and it was one of my favorite trips I've done, and I just went by myself and said, screw it, let's just see what happens. And it ended up being just a really good experience for me, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. For my first stop in Georgia, I was in Kutaisi, and I got there at 3 in the morning, and they had a little stray kitten, and everyone else had gone to sleep, so I ended up taking care of it, and it slept with me in my hoodie. And so you'll see this kitten pictured throughout the this Georgia video, as well as my next one. And it's really cute. So enjoy. And yeah, without further ado, I will let you see the video. Enjoy. My first experience in Kutaisi was really interesting because I went on a monastery tour where I was the only person to go on it. But it ended up being really interesting because the guy was able to show me things that most people don't see, like where the astronomers would hide in a deep dark room all day so at night they could see the stars better. The next day I went on another epic tour where we hit the Prometheus Cave and the Martivi Canyon and the Kutaisi Canyon.
Droga. Oh, that's Spanish. Gamanjado. Hi.
So this dam is really important because the people of Svaneti only allowed it to be built if they were also provided with free energy for the entire Svaneti region, which is massive. And they got their way, which is brilliant.
Hi. What's up, little one? So, these guys are the popular tower houses in the Svaneti region, and they have been here forever, but people lived in them, and they still do, but hardcore until like the 50s or 60s. So like when we were, you know, going to bars and casinos and shit, they were living in these guys. There's a house at the bottom and they use the tower for defense. And yeah, it's really, really cool.
So while doing the hike to this glacier, I met a Russian family, and their little 3-4-year-old son decided that I was his hiking buddy. So we went all the way to the glacier, and then on top of that hiked up with his grandpa as well. to the point where we saw ice, which was sick, but also we almost got caught in a rock slide on the way down. So, but that's what traveling is. It's about taking risks to see things that you normally wouldn't see. Although I kept pushing myself to do stuff, I actually was extremely sick for the last couple days that I was in Mestia before my big hike. I somehow got food poisoning and a head cold at the same time, so it was pretty rough, but I worked through it, was able to take the ski lift to see Zeruldi Mountain, and then I was contemplating canceling my hike, but I ended up deciding to do it, and I'm so glad I did. So I just want to explain a little bit about this trail I'm about to go on. It's sort of a highway where there's 4 towns that you stop at night, and these amazing Georgian mothers and grandmothers make you these widespread dishes of just like khachapuri, onions, tomatoes, like I don't even know how to pronounce most of the names of the food, but it's really delicious. And then the hike itself is 4 days. The first day is pretty flat but long, and the second 2 days are through multiple mountain passes, and the whole time we were there it was raining and hailing and ice storms. And then the 4th day is only like a couple kilometer hike to the last town of Ushkuli. We didn't make it the 4th day, but I'll explain that later in the video. All right, enjoy.
Done about 6 kilometers now, and didn't think it easy, but also so lofty. This is amazing. All right.
So at this point, I actually got a nosebleed from pushing myself too hard. So I sat down and took about a 20-minute rest, and then I resumed, and I was able to complete my first day of 16 kilometers. The way the trail is set up is that you hike all day and you're able to stay in these really reasonably priced guest houses at night, and they're families, local families that live there, and you stay in their extra bedrooms and they cook for you. So you get these massive meals of khachapuri and tomatoes, onions, just literally. And the thing about Georgian hospitality is they never let you go hungry. So when you're done, they refill the table. And when everybody's done eating, you still have a full table. So I started out alone, but I ended up meeting 2 people from Germany, and we actually ended up finishing the hike together. So we did days 2, 3, and 4 together, and days 2 and 3 were the hardest because you had to go over multiple mountain passes in hail and ice storms and rain. So it was a bit challenging, honestly, but we got through it. And you know what? Day 3 afternoon gets really exciting, so stay tuned. I actually broke my tooth on a candy bar while hiking, and we had to take an off-road local person's taxi the last few kilometers into Ushkuli, where we ended up staying at a museum. A museum where they put rocks inside the eyes of the goats. But you only live once, so why not? And we get there, and I had to get to the dentist by Friday. So we explored the town for the next morning, and then after this I had an epic adventure trying to get to my next destination of the capital of Georgia, which was 32 hours away. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching my second video. I'm excited to keep them coming, and so please like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll be posting another one on Monday next week, so see you then.